Great day, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Oprah is experiencing the intensity of Taraji, and a lot of other dark entertainers are calling her out for not paying them enough. You will have a hard time believing this, yet even huge weapons like 50 Penny and Denzel Washington are supporting them. What's the story behind this multitude of claims against Oprah, and how can dark craftsmen respond? Well, Taraji was as of late in purple, a 2023 melodic show delivered by Oprah. It's a strong story about the existence battles of a person of color in the mid-1900s South. This is really the second transformation of Alice Walker's original Oprah, featured in the 1985 variant. Yet anyway, fans were stirred up about this new rendition. We should perceive how things turn out. You might have a hard time believing. What occurred next? Taraji was on Gail Ruler's Sirius XM public broadcast. You realize Gail, Oprah's dearest companion. They got to visiting and Gail inquired as to whether Taraji was thinking about relinquishing acting. That question made Taraji stop briefly. She covered her face with her hands, began crying. It was a particularly stunning second. You realize there have been various times when we've seen her looking dejected during interviews, right? Take, for example, when she needed to advance Purple Light. It was clear she wasn't excited about it. As a matter of fact, she gave off an impression of being very harmed. So why the gloomy look, you ask? Well, a secret someone let us know that Oprah didn't actually open up her satchel strings for Taraji. As a matter of fact, the two even clashed on set over this very issue. I know it's difficult to accept that somebody really exquisite and warm, everything except hello, that is Hollywood for you. Not all that sparkles is gold. Taraji didn't simply stay quiet. In truth, she was simply beginning during another meeting. You realize that one with the hang. After an establishment discussions, she changed gears and discussed something a great deal of us can connect with: remaining enthusiastic. In any event, when it seems like nobody's seen, she even shared a really stunning case she'd heard that obviously there's not much cash for dark entertainers on the grounds that in some way their accounts don't decipher abroad. I mean, can you at any point trust that? Yet, you understand that this isn't the initial time Taraji's communicated dissatisfaction about her compensation back in 2019. She admitted that she wasn't exactly excited with the $100,000 she got for featuring David Fincher. The inquisitive instance of Benjamin Button, where she imparted the screen to big cheeses like Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett. However, Taraji, being the intense treat she has arranged, her direction up to a $150,000 really take a look at, despite the fact that it was still a lot shy of the $500,000 she initially had her sights set on. Do you review that Taraji got an Oscar gesture for her job in that film? It's lovely, stunning to feel that person of her height actually faces bigotry in her acting profession. And simply envision how difficult it should be for newbies pussyfooting into the business. Currently, here's something that might stun you. Oprah, a central part in the African American population, stands blamed for filling the separation among high-contrast entertainers. Now you may be asking, for what reason doesn't Taraji simply get down on Oprah by name? Yet here's what dropping her name could mean: certain doom for your vocation. We've witnessed it to a ton of enormous names. Think about what occurred with Oscar-winning entertainer Mo'Nique. She guaranteed that Oprah and Tyler Perry were spreading tattle that she was a problem to work with. This all happened on the grounds that she decided to avoid any neglected press gigs during the Oscars run for a film. And you know as well as I do that the top plant can be deadly for an entertainer's profession. And genuinely, for what reason should any entertainer go to limited time occasions they're not getting compensated for and wasn't even in their agreement? And over 10 years have passed, and Mo'Nique hasn't had the effective profession she ought to have had, and Oprah had a major impact in that. Even now, Mo'Nique is as yet requesting a general acknowledgement from Oprah and Tyler. Could you at any point accept it? The rundown simply continues to get longer for dark famous people who have been abused by Oprah. Did you have at least some idea that Taraji's co-stars like the gifted vocalist Rhapsody Barrino and the astounding Hale Bailey weren't paid what they genuinely merited by Oprah? It truly makes you wonder, doesn't it? Who's really supporting these dark entertainers? Fortunately, Taraji and others are in good company. They have an industry monster in their corner, the unbelievable Denzel Washington, alongside a small bunch of different superstars, and they are keeping calm. They're shouting out, getting down on Oprah, and remaining against the unjustifiable treatment of dedicated dark specialists. Denzel, you know, the entertainer with the Oscar on his mantle. He's forever been there for the dark craftsmen in the business. Have you heard him discuss bigotry? He's so energetic about it and how it confounds and misleads individuals. Afterward, there's Oprah with her abundance in plain view, guaranteeing it's a type of liberality. Yet, you take a gander at Denzel and you see somebody truly dedicated to assisting individuals of color. In his work with saving Africa's kids, say a lot. Wouldn't you say his commitment is so earnest, you can't resist the urge to see it, and he won't hesitate to call out what's up in Hollywood, where enormous names like Oprah can curve things and push dark entertainers to play characters that conflict with what they put stock in? Recall that interview. Denzel, did he discuss the unusual, frequently clouded side of the film industry? He even shared a tale about a film job he was presented in E6. They couldn't kill in the film. He, a person of color, was erroneously blamed for going after a white lady. The plot had his personality get it. Shocked and hung. But some way or another, he was the legend. Weird stuff, right? You might have a hard time believing what truly shook Denzel. It was the easygoing energy of some huge Hollywood names during tryouts, he said. As nothing entertaining about it, and wound up expressing no to a robust check for a job that worked up some contention kid did. That choice ended up being a decent one. He was up for an Oscar, next for his work in Cry Opportunity, facing the monstrous and hostile jobs that the Hollywood big cheesies we're pushing onto dark craftsmen. Well, it simply goes to show his actual coarseness, doesn't it? Yet this entire thing with Denzel got people believing are the Hollywood higher-ups, compelling dark entertain heirs to relinquish their qualities. What might be said about those with genuine clout like Oprah? Are they really paying special attention to the craftsman Denzel 50 Penny? What's more, a couple other celebs are moving forward to back Taraji, and other dark entertainers. Get this, Denzel told Taraji to stir things up around town. Jack, or rather Oprah, and join his team. Rather, the intriguing piece, fans are currently sorting things out and advising us that 50 Penny was one of those unique criminals who got back to Oprah sometime for her crude activities. He said it distinctly that she was selling out dark entertainers while playing protected with white hunters. 50 Penny has a history of freely facing Oprah. He just had a meeting with the Watchmen where he talked about his issue with Oprah, condemning her for painting his music as uninformed. His point is that everybody pens down something significant from their difficult stretches. So for what reason would it be advisable for them to be halted from communicating these encounters in their actual structure? You know, it's captivating to perceive how individuals like Denzel and 50 Penny go ahead and out Oprah. They accept she's been utilizing her foundation, generally, to support her wallet and to use her position. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, particularly in light of the fact that Oprah, everything being equal, probably confronted prejudice herself. However, at this point that she's arrived at the top, it appears as though she's not as candid about racial imbalance as she used to be. Recall those early op-ed raw days when she was such a power for these issues, yet it resembles her tune changed as her distinction developed. Maybe we'd been misdirected by her to make sure she could move up in progress. Pretty stunning, huh? Did you get that article in the New York Post? Evidently, Oprah's been getting some flack from her own family. They're saying she's been decorating her previous turning stories of neediness and difficulties that weren't actually there just to lift her evaluations. Her cousin Catherine even went on record to disprove Oprah's cases, that she grew up without new garments or toys, and those two pet cockroaches. Oprah said she had Catherine called tricks on that, also really portraying Oprah as a piece ruined when she was a youngster. When Catherine brought all this up with Oprah, she found a sort of contemptuous solution that individuals need to hear on the grounds that truly exhausting. Yet that is not all. Insiders have been saying that Oprah treats highly contrasting craftsmen distinctively in the business. So for what reason aren't large names like Denzel calling her out? Well, it's basic. Taking Oprah head on could be profession self-destruction. She's one of those couple of VIPs you can't bear to cross. Hello there. What's your interpretation of this? Do you figure more big names ought to move forward and toss their weight behind dark specialists? Thank you for watching this video.